Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingles.
Hello, everyone. Peter Ingalls here. You're listening to us live on Building Fortunes Radio. For those people that are wondering, it's www.buildingfortunesradio.com. On this very special segment, what is today? Today is Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, which would be 9 p.m. Mountain Time. I do a radio show with a really special person. Her name is Lisa Mercier, and that's spelled Mercier. And Lisa and I met as a result of her being a guest on our radio shows before, and we kind of hit it off, and she said, boy, I think I'd really like to do a radio show. So we made that happen. And what I found about Lisa is that, number one, she's a really special person. She also has some things going on. She does some things with prayers on our radio shows as well. So that was really special for me. Then the other thing that we did was we found that she's a health coach, and or a coach in general, and then she's also a really great person, and she's got a heart of gold, and she works really hard. And I said, that's exactly the reason why we built Building Fortunes Radio. I wanted to be able to shine a spotlight on people like Lisa that are doing the right thing with the right people in the right way and really making a very big difference. And for those of you that have been listening in, if you kind of caught the week or so before's radio show, we were talking about a trip that she had won where she went to Dubai. And that was a really great radio show as well. So if you get a chance, listen to all the things that she's done because she's a really special person. However, or in addition to that, tonight we have a really special guest. So the first thing I want to do is I want to introduce our Building Fortunes Radio listening audience. We have new people listening all the time to Lisa Mercier. So Lisa, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks for having me. I love being able to do this, and I love being able to interview special people like Julie. I'll quickly tell my 8-day story on our program. It starts with an 8-day story, and then it becomes a becoming story. And my first 8 days, I actually got on this program because I was suffering from depression and anxiety really bad, whereas actually standing over a cliff a few years ago thinking about jumping, and the only reason I didn't jump is because I thought I'd break my neck. So long story short, found these products from an amazing person named Nikki Rumpel, and she coached me to get on this program. And first of all, I loved the fact that it was a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I just thought, why not? So I got on the program. Within my 8 days, my depression lifted, anxiety lifted. I had a debilitating back pain where I was in a car accident when I was 21. My back pain went away. I had feet pain it was excruciating. My feet pain went away, and I also had night sweats really bad, and that went away. At 38 years old, I started premenopause. My hormones were nuts. I had really bad PMS. I'm now on a product called Shine that has taken away my PMS completely. So it's just been amazing journey on the products, and then ultimately what happened is, to be honest, I'm a 7-time loser in multi-level marketing. I have tried 7 different other companies. I have been that annoying family member and friend always bugging you to try the next best thing. And this time around, I was not going to do this business, and it just kind of happened. God put the right people underneath me, and a business was born. And I'm now a 6-figure income earner in this company. I'm an executive in this company. I've just gotten back from Dubai, my 6th free trip with this company. And I've only been doing this business for less than 2 years. And so it's been an incredible journey. And really what it's all about is meeting new people. And this special lady tonight, Julie, I love, love, love her. I love seeing her journey. I love seeing her passion. She's just an amazing, amazing woman. The first time I noticed her is she did a live video, and she was wearing her, I don't know what you call it. Maybe she can explain it, but she was wearing like a a construction suit, and she was sharing in the middle of work. She was taking a break from work, and she was sharing her story, and I was so blown away by her passion, what these products have done for her, and now she was sharing it with people. And to be honest, the reason why I'm bringing her on specifically tonight is she really has been stepping out of her comfort zone and really sharing her story with a lot of people, and she's making a big difference, a big splash in this world. And so I would love you, Julie, to share your story tonight with us.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm super honored that you would have me on the show. So I guess where my story started is about a year and 3 months ago, I guess, May 3rd, 2016. My fiance and I and all our children, we lost our home in a wildfire up in Fort McMurray. I'm sure lots of people have heard about it, but we ended up losing our home. We moved south, which is about 8 hours from where we worked, and we started commuting. With that came a lot of things, like tiredness. We have like 6 kids between the two of us. We have 4 dogs, and we were starting over from fresh because when we lost our house, we didn't have any insurance, which was a rookie mistake, but we learned from it. Honest to God, the fire was probably the best thing that ever happened to us. It opened up our eyes to a lot of things. So anyway, moving a little bit forward in the story, I woke up one day and I was super tired of being sick and tired, overweight, exhausted, just overall tired, and was not really enjoying my life anymore. So I started Googling things that may help me as far as weight loss systems went, and I stumbled upon our amazing system, which was a godsend. I sent an email to a complete stranger named James and his wife Jenny, who immediately reached back out to me and wanted to tell me all about this amazing system that had changed their lives. In the process of finding out about the system, I was very skeptical. I had tried many other things, many other systems that were all yo-yo diets, and that never worked out for me. Long story short, I did a call with James and Jenny. I was super skeptical. I said I will think about it, and 2 days later, with the money-back guarantee, I was like, we are doing this. So both my other half and I jumped in with both feet. We ordered our kits, and we started our health journey. In the meantime, he had exposed me to the business opportunity. I was not interested in the business opportunities. I had no interest in multi-level marketing. I'd always said I would never do it because people really don't know what they don't know. So after my first 8 days, I had some incredible results. During day 3, on the morning of day 3, I woke up with more energy than I've had probably since I was 16 years old. I'm 37 right now. When I woke up that morning, I actually called my coach and was like, what is going on with me? I get up at 4:30 in the morning for work, and I work 12-hour days, but I'm there for 13 and a half. So days are long, and they're hard, and they're just tiring. It's just a crazy life up here in Fort McMurray. So we started the journey, and like I said, on day 3, it was crazy amazing. It was crazy amazing energy that I had gained. And by the end of my 8th day, when I woke up on day 9, I was super excited to check if I had lost any weight because this was my main goal. I wasn't looking for anything else at the time except for this. I stepped on the scale and I had lost 11 pounds and 14 inches. So that, to me, was so huge. That is the day I realized that this system, this product, everybody needed to know about it because until this point, I had never found anything that had worked for me. So I decided I was going to share it. I was eager to share it. I had never been as eager to do something as I was to share this program with anyone because I had never found anything that I was this passionate about. And at first, I'll be honest, I was passionate about the products. Moving along in my story, in my first 6 weeks, I did lose 24 pounds, and I'm still losing as we go along. But more importantly now has been the passion has turned into helping people change their lives and to feel as good as I do because I honest to God, feel like it's a sin that not everybody feels as good as I do. And I found myself on top of those things, like I'm having restful sleeps. I used to suffer from daily headaches that I just used to take Advil for. Nothing crazy, but just like annoying headaches, right? And I no longer have them. I was also in a motorcycle accident like back 10 years ago, and I no longer have the chronic shoulder pain I used to have, as well as I'm having better sleeps now than I think I've ever had. I wake up feeling rested. I wake up feeling alert. I wake up feeling like I actually slept, rather than before when I used to wake up, roll myself off the bed, and try to figure out how I would get through my day. So that was huge for me. And at first, like I said, it was all about the products. I was so passionate about the products and what they had done for me, and I just wanted to help people see that there was something out there that could help them with what they were going through. And with that, I just started going with it. At first, I just wanted to help. I wanted to help people with their health. Now I want to help people with their health and their wealth. This system, this journey I've been on has been eye-opening for me. It's been a journey of self-discovery. It's had a huge impact on my life. It's changed me as a person for the better. I read books now, and 4 months ago when I started this journey, I couldn't read a book to save my life. I mean, I can read, but I couldn't physically sit down to read a book, and now I can't wait to have my reading time. This journey's become crazy. I'm doing things that I never thought in my life I would do. I'm reaching out to strangers to build new relationships. I actually just recently, in the last couple of days, have decided I was going to take massive action. I started reading a book called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, and wow, did that book speak to me. And it's made a crazy impact on my life. And in the last 2 days, I have done things that I never thought I would ever do in my life. I am actually hosting a meeting to promote our system / opportunity in a city that has yet to is like an untapped market. And I am running with it. I am running so hard that people in my company that are at amazingly high levels are running with me, and they're making special trips out and flying out to my meetings so that they can be there to support me. And that is honestly the emotions I've felt in the last 2 days and 3 days have been crazy. 1 minute from jumping up and down with excitement to the next minute being petrified, sitting in the corner wondering how am I going to pull this off, to the next minute crying and then being excited again. This whole journey has been nothing short of incredible, and I've definitely found myself along this journey, and this is my journey of becoming, and I couldn't be more grateful for what I've stumbled upon, and I truly, honestly believe that it's for a reason. And I used to sit at work daily thinking I had a bigger purpose in life. I knew that I was made for more than just this working and paying bills. I knew I was made for more than leaving my home for 7 days at a time and coming to work 8 hours away from home for 7 days at a time. I was made for more than that. I knew I had a different purpose. I just didn't know what it was, and for years I struggled with that. And then when I stumbled upon this system, this journey, this eye-opening adventure, and I can't even say enough about what it has done for me as a person and how much I've grown in simply like the last 4 months. That's kind of my story.
Well, we're gonna let you take a break. I'm gonna come back and ask you some questions along the way. And we are listening to Julie Lynn Hosak. So we're gonna be right back. Here we go.
Thanks for listening to Building Fortunes Radio. If you sell a product or service, then you should check out PM Marketing's NetworkLeads.com. Just visit www.networkleads.com. For over 18 years, PM Marketing has helped distributors build their home-based businesses through lead generation, website development, automated email delivery systems, and sales training. If you're looking for a way to increase your skills and increase the number of people that see your product or opportunity, NetworkLeads.com can help. To learn more, visit www.networkleads.com. Ask about their lead management system, capture pages, personalized websites, MLM training, humongous blogs, the humongous classified ad network, Building Fortunes Radio, or their webinar schedule. NetworkLeads.com can be your one-stop shop for everything you need. And now, back to our show.
And we are back. Peter Mingles. We are here with Lisa Mercier, and then we also have Julie Lynn Hosak. That's AK. So you'll be able to hear this again. If you want to share this with other people, you'll be able to go back to buildingfortunesradio.com and then do a search by show name, type in Julie Lynn and then Hosak, Hosak, and you'll be able to hear this again. Julie, the best part about this is, we've never met before. I'm hearing your story for the very first time. Your story is still kind of at the very beginning of it, so it's kind of really neat that we're able to document your level of success. So when you come back 6 months, a year, 3, 4, 5 years from now, as you're going through the journey, we'll be able to hear like when you were first kind of new and some of the things you were going through. So this is the time where most people, when they first get started, kind of explore the environment that happens when this type of a thing can happen for them. So you're kind of like in this fishbowl that's allowing you to grow. It's got all the nutrients, all the people are doing things for you as far as flying back and forth, helping. You have certainly Lisa along the way being able to help as well, and things like this radio show. All the things are helping propel your future, and financially as well as health is concerned as well. And that just doesn't happen in the regular world, if you know what I mean, of the 9 to 5 as an employee. You're really starting to learn how to become that entrepreneur. And it's great that you're doing it at this age, and it's great that these things are happening. So do you want to kind of comment on anything that I'm saying right there as far as, like, look at what's happening here relative to when I was working for somebody else at a regular job?
Wow, this is completely different. People don't grow like this working at a regular job. You don't become who you're supposed to be or who you want to be sitting in your comfort zone. Honestly, this has been truly eye-opening for me, and it's had a huge impact on my life. And I honestly didn't ever in a million years think that I would be sitting where I am right now. I am just at the beginning, and this is all new to me. But the support that people have poured into me, Lisa, Nikki, James, Jenny, there's so many names I could name, just a few of these people, they have made a huge impact in my life and showed me that there's so much more to life than what I was doing, my 9 to 5 job, unhappy, leaving my family for days on end. And I just didn't think there was an out, honestly, and until I joined this system. So that is the biggest thing I could tell people right now, being so new to this and being the biggest skeptic on the face of the earth when it came to MLM, is that you don't know what you don't know. I was that person. I was the person that said I would never do this because I didn't know what the opportunities were like out there, and I didn't see what I see now. And that has come from all the support from the people in my life now, the people I surround myself with, the positivity. I've gotten rid of the negativity, and honestly, it's like a weight gets lifted off your chest when you do this. That's probably the best thing I could say about that. It's been truly eye-opening, and the support is astronomical, and this is a journey that I'm going to continue on, and I can't wait to see where my future goes.
I'm glad you're mentioning that, because I just met obviously guys like me meet people all the time, and I was over doing something with my granddaughter at Walmart on Sunday, and we were in the parking lot. A gentleman approached me, and he was taking a little bit of a survey relative to whatever. It doesn't matter. But I just said to him, geez, you look like a sharp gentleman, and you're probably doing this as a temporary measure to be able to do something else. And he told me how he was a veteran and blah, 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 blah. And I told him a little bit about what we do. And then I said, we help with a lot of people in home-based businesses and MLM. He says, oh, not one of those MLM things, those things. And I'm like, I don't know where you got your experience from or where you got that attitude from, but it's almost like I would think that you might say, I hope it's one of those things. Because when you're really working with the right one with the right support, as you're experiencing right now, Julie, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like this. I mean, not in the real world, The 9 to 5, you punch your clock, you get paid, you deal with all the BS, people playing chess with your life as far as all the different moves, that you have going on. That even if you're in a great job, you're still working for somebody else. Your career could be ripped out from under you at any time. Now you're actually building your own future. Every book you're reading is an investment back in your business. Every mistake that you make is an investment back in the knowledge of how to do the business. Every person you're helping, whether it's weight loss or health or depression or whatever, those are huge differences, and you're just at the beginning portion of this journey. So when you mentioned a little bit earlier, I want to go back to your previous background, because I don't know anything about the geography of Canada like you do. You said you drove 8 hours south, so you were 8 hours north. Like, there must have been nothing except for you and elk or polar bears and mooses. Like, where were you?
That is kind of it. So Calgary is southern Alberta. It's very close to Montana. Actually, where I live now is about 3 hours from Montana in the geography of things. Where I work is 8 hours north. When we lost our house, we had previously lived in Fort McMurray, and there was a wildfire that ravaged the area. 8 hours north, you are right. We are with the elk. We are with the moose. There's not quite polar bears, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty close. It is far. The geography, it's far, and I drive 8 hours every 7 days to get home or to get to work. So I work a 7 and 7 shift. So I work 7 days on, and then I go home and get 7 days off, which is honestly, in the realm of things, in the 9 to 5 world, this is a pretty sweet gig because I get to spend 6 months of the year at home. But the reality is I sacrifice 6 months of the year to be away from my family, to be away from my own bed, and to be away from my children. And that is my big why. When we did lose a house and we moved south, our decision to move south was probably the best decision we've ever made, because when we were living here and working here, all we did was work. All our lives were work, because up in Fort McMurray in northern Alberta, that is all it is. The closest town is 4 hours away, and that's by car. So when you're in Fort McMurray, all you've got is Fort McMurray. So that it is geographically. Pardon, I can't speak. But yes, it's very far. It's very far.
Now, you do realize that I live in Florida. So when you say you come south, you're still way north. If you know what I mean. You're still way north. Everything is relative.
Absolutely.
Everything is relative. So that's a great thing. So, and let's speak a little bit about your family. How did the ability for you to be able to do this and maybe earn some extra dollars or lose the weight or feel better, how has that affected the family?
Wow. I'm pretty sure if you spoke to my younger son, who's actually going to be 18 here in a couple of weeks, he would tell you I'm a completely different person. Before being unhappy, you know what it's like. You're snappy. You're just not happy. I'm not saying I was unhappy all the time. I could put on that front and go on like I'm positive all the time. I'm a very positive person, and despite what goes on in my life, I try to always smile and make sure that I'm putting out positivity in the world. But at home, behind closed doors, we all know that the ones that we love the most are the ones that get it, and that is just a fact of life. This opportunity and this new journey that I'm on has changed my view on things, has changed my outlook on life. Starting with the fire, actually, starting with losing our home, I realized really then that there was more to life than just working, and that my family was the most important thing, because all we got out of there during the fires was the family and our dogs. So my life has completely changed. I am happier than I've ever been in my life. I bounce around. I smile all the time. If people don't have a smile, I give them mine. I feel like the world needs more people on self-discovery journeys, and that is exactly what this opportunity has been for me, a self-discovery journey, a journey into discovering who I was truly meant to be, because I always have known that I was meant for more, and becoming more is become an addiction for me.
Well, that's wonderful. So, in reference to the products, I know you said you took the products initially, and then a lot of people have told me about the 8-day challenge, or they call it whatever they call it. And it seemed as if, like, oh my gosh, there's going to be like a starvation diet, or oh my gosh, what is this? What is this involved? It sounded like it was going to be so painful. People talking about 8-day challenge, like, oh my gosh, like in the 9th day, like who knows what's going to happen. So after doing many of these radio shows with people from your company, I find that 8-day challenge really isn't that tough. And the products, they taste good, and people tell me they change their eating habits, and they say things like, like it really wasn't that bad. It was really kind of good, and it really made a very big difference, and I don't have these kind of cravings. So what was your 8-day challenge like for you?
Well, I was definitely one of those people. At first I thought, wow, this is an 8-day challenge. Like, I have to cut out everything. I'm not proud to admit this, but I'm a Red Bull junkie, and I was for many years. So having to do this 8-day challenge really scared me. But you know what? It is the easiest thing I have ever done. I quit drinking Red Bull. Don't get me wrong. I have a couple here and there now, but during my 8 days, I completely cut it out. I went through just a couple days of caffeine withdrawals with a slight headache, which is absolutely normal, and I expected it. And so during that 8 days, it was a lifestyle change. And what it took was those 8 days of support, because our system comes with phenomenal support. And I believe that is one of the reasons our system is so successful, because not only do we have coaching support, but we also have an artificial texting app. I actually call him my virtual boyfriend, and he got me through those 8 days. And when I was done those 8 days, I was kind of sad they were over. It was the easiest thing I've ever done, honestly, in my whole life.
That is so neat. Well, we are running out of time. I am hoping that you're going to be able to come back and share more of your level of success. I know Lisa will have you back here as well. So, Lisa, I'm going to let you wrap this up. We're coming up to a couple of days before Thanksgiving. So, Lisa, back to you.
All right. You know what, Julie? Your story inspires me. I mean, I've been in this company for a couple of years now, and honestly, you are definitely one of the next executives on my team. Hands down, 100%. I know it. And I just see a fire in you that is exploding, and it's so, so cool to see. What I'd like to ask you one question. If you could give a newcomer advice, if you could give yourself advice to yourself when you first started with the business part, what would it be?
I would have ran right off the bat. I would have, if I knew then what I know now, I would have ran before I even started the system. I was super skeptical, so I wanted to see results first, and I don't know why I did, but if the only advice I have for myself back then is go for it. Do it. Do something that gets you out of your comfort zone, because out of your comfort zone is where magic happens.
Yeah, for sure. And what's it been like for you to jump out of your comfort zone lately?
Oh my gosh, you guys. It's been the wildest 3 days I have ever had. 1 minute I am jumping off my chair screaming while I'm at work. They're probably thinking I'm crazy because Nikki's telling me she's flying to my meeting. To the next minute I'm crying. To the next minute I'm petrified. I'm feeling crazy, overwhelmed, and then being super incredibly happy again. This is what my last 3 days have been like, all day, all night. It's been an amazing journey. To be honest, I wouldn't trade all these feelings for the world, because I'm pretty sure this is what it's supposed to feel like.
Absolutely. I'm just so excited for you. I really, really am. And I'm excited for your meeting next week, and I know you're going to blow it up. And yeah, that's about all I got to say, Peter. I'm kind of speechless. I'm just so impressed by this girl, and I just know that she's going to be the next executive on my team, I believe. One of them for sure. So
I am so happy that you brought her here because she is exactly the reason why we do Building Fortunes Radio. So, Julie, I really appreciate everything you've done. I'm going to send you a link so you can send this to your friends as well. For those people listening in, you just heard from Julie Lynn Hosak. That's Hosak. You can hear this again if you go to buildingfortunesradio.com. And we're going to be back next week with Lisa and another guest, maybe, or maybe just Lisa and me by ourselves, and who knows. But the reality is do whatever you have to do to make sure that you take those chances. And when you do it with a safe bet with what they're doing with their company, as Julie had mentioned, you could run faster. So you can run faster. You don't have to hold yourself back. Lots of people have done it before, and so can you. On that note, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. We're going to catch you next week. Thanks, everyone.
You've been listening to Building Fortunes Radio on buildingfortunesradio.com. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingle. Be sure to check out the buildingfortunesradio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world.